All right, welcome into Pure Adrenaline Sports, everybody. This is John coming at you live today with our updated MLB Power Rankings. So we'll see. If you follow us on Twitter, you know we have a new number one, so we'll see who that is. But why is nothing going live here? All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Making sure everything's going all right. We will edit that out, but welcome in, everybody. We'll get into it once again. Not much movement from 25 down to 30. Actually, no movement this week from 25 to 30. So while we're waiting for some people to hop in, we'll get through those teams real quick. But make sure you vote in the poll as well. We will be live this afternoon with Mets and Angels at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Game 3 of that series. Both teams have won a game so far. Hey, Tokes is here early. What's up, Tokes? Tokes was hanging out with us last night during the Mets game. Tokes is a big time Pirates fan, so also our first channel member once we got monetized here at Pure Adrenaline. So always a special shout out to Tokes when he's here. But let's take a look here real quick. Let's start with number 30. Once again, the Chicago White Sox. What have they lost? 19 straight games? 19 straight games, so moving in closer to the all-time record. And they're 27 and 86 on the year. Most teams, when you look at a 162 game schedule, most teams are going to win between 55 and 60 games a season at a minimum. White Sox might not win 40. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Toke says it's Skeens Day. Gives me pep in my step. Let's go. All right, but let's look here. Chicago White Sox coming in at number 30. Coming in at number 29. Another bad team, 4-6 over their last 10. 41 wins on the year. The Colorado Rockies. Our Mets, if you hang out with the channel, you know I'm a Mets fan. We're getting ready to play the Rockies here. Hey, Fitzy's here. What's up, Fitzy? How you doing? I was going to say this morning, but we're now into the afternoon here on the East Coast. But the Rockies coming in at number 29. And of course, Fitzy, as always, if you want to hop on, just hop into the stream. You should have access. If not, no big deal. Number 28, the Miami Marlins, a team that will probably finish right here as well after trading off some pieces. They're 41 and 70 this season as well. So we'll get this to it. These teams have all been ranked down here for the last probably 10 or so weeks, right? With very little movement between the tiers. Coming in at number 27, even though they won last night, still 27th. Mike Trout just has no luck, but the Angels coming in at number 27. And at number 26, the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's for now. We'll see where they officially move to after this season. Let's get to number 25, and then we'll take a look to see if anybody's voting in the poll. What are you guys up to today? Fitzy, what time's your live stream? Coming in at number 25 is the Toronto Blue Jays, 51 and 60 on the year. Very disappointing for the Blue Jays. Disappointing season for the Blue Jays. Coming in at number 25. But let's take a look real quick. All right, the poll this week is what team is the new number one? There is a new number one. Right now we have 5 votes, 40% saying Dodgers. So 2 votes for the Dodgers and 1 vote each for the Yankees, Guardians, and Orioles. Fitzy saying his stream is at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let's go. All right, let's keep marching up towards number 20 here. Coming in at number 24, 50-61 on the year, 3-7 over their last 10. A few weeks ago, they were right in the middle of the National League wildcard race, but have been struggling since. The Washington Nationals coming in at number 24. And once again, if you are new to our streams, the up and down arrows are teams that have moved 3 or more spots. 3 or more spots since last week. So the first team coming here at number 23 that's dropped 3 or more spots. Actually, the biggest drop of the week, down 6 spots from number 17. 3-7 over their last 10, the Detroit Tigers. Tigers coming in at number 23. In at number 22, up 1 spot. 2 games over 500. So it doesn't matter what the Rays do. It looks like they let a lot of free agents go in the offseason, traded away a couple pieces here, and still above 500. Don't think they're a playoff team, but they would have to go on a pretty good run here to do that. But hey, still 2 games above 500. JT Helton's here. What's up, JT? Says anyone streaming the Giants game? No idea. I don't know any Giants streamers. All right, that was the Tampa Bay Rays coming in at number 22. So another red down arrow. That means a drop of 3 or more spots, and 4-6 over their last 10. Not sure what kind of team they are. Defending world champion Texas Rangers. Right now, 5 games under 500 and 4-6 their last 10. Dropped 3 spots from number 18 and number 21 this week. Well, checks out World Series. Well, first off, it can't be the Guardians versus the Yankees in the World Series. They play in the same league. But guys, let me know. I know the chat's kind of quiet today, but let me know. 21 through 25. Do any of those teams belong in the top 20? I'll wait a couple minutes to see what you guys are saying. Still 5 votes in the poll, 6 likes on the stream. Fetzy says Rays could be moved up. Maybe the Rangers. Toke says, looks good to me, to be honest. The Rangers took a massive drop, but they also dropped themselves. So yeah. All right, so let's start climbing into the top 20 here. Coming in at number 20, 7-3 over their last 10, trying to stay relevant in the National League wildcard race. 55-57 on the year. The San Francisco Giants. Welcome into the 8 people watching. Thank you all so much for giving us a little bit of your time. Hit that thumbs up for us. Vote in the poll as well. We have 6 votes in the poll now. 2 for the Yankees, 2 for the Dodgers, 1 for the Guardians, and 1 for the Orioles. Mm-hmm. All right, coming in at number 19. Still up 2 spots from last week at number 21. Still 5 games under 500. The Chicago Cubs. It was a disappointing season for the Cubs. Unless they can turn it around here over the next 2 months. The Rangers hold a crazy run differential last year. They're in minus 15 at the moment. Night and day. Yep. Christopher's here. Said hey ESB. Happy Sunday. What's ESB? All right, there we go. The green arrow up. So a team that's moved up 3 or more spots. Right now, the St. Louis Cardinals coming in at number 18, up 4 spots from number 22. And last week they were outside the top 20, and you guys all said that the Cardinals should be in the top 20. So a week later, they are. Coming in at number 16 or 17, excuse me. 56 and 54 in the year, 5 and 5 over their last 10. They're right in the middle of the wild card race as well, up 2 spots from number 19 last week. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yep, I believe Christopher's down in Allentown. Yes, let's see here. Oops, I put the Cardinals in the wrong spot there. That's why I'm all screwed up. 18 there. Pittsburgh will go to number 17. In at number 16 this week, just like last week. Can somebody look up, Tokes, if you have the stats up, can you look up what the Reds run differential is? I believe they're 53 and 57, so 4 games under 500. But I believe that they've outscored their opponents. He said, I thought it looked like you missed 18. Nope, I just put it in the wrong spot. 7, yep, Pittsburgh's in, plus 34. And that's the reason why I have the Reds up so high, even though they're under 500. Even though right now they would not make the playoffs, that run differential is helping them out right now. So 16 through 20, everybody in the chat, 16 through 20. Let me know if you guys think any of those teams belong in the top 15. I'll wait for some comments to come in. Let me look. We do have a game underway right now. The Giants and Reds are underway. No score, bottom first there. Fitzy says it looks pretty good. Head Toke says without being biased. Right. Right. That's the problem. That's why I came up with a formula to give each team a number based off wins, losses, wins against bad teams, losses against bad teams, wins against good teams, run differential, everything all factored in to a number, and the formula spits it out. So this way I cannot be biased if I go by the formula I came up with. All right, let's start marching up towards number 10. Coming in at number 15, down 2 spots from 13 last week, 58 and 52 right now, 6-4 over their last 10. My New York Mets. My Mets right now currently sitting at number 15. Yeah, Toke says plus 34 is crazy with a record like that. Yep. Coming in at number 14, also down 2 spots from last week, 58 and 51 in the year, 5-5 over their last 10 as well. Fitzy's Boston Red Sox. So for most of the year, the Red Sox were in the top 10, but the last couple weeks have fallen down. In at number 13, a team that has dropped 3 spots. That's why the red down arrow. 57 and 53, the Houston Astros. Fitzy said he can agree with that. All right, so we have a couple back-to-back up arrows. Those are teams that have moved up 3 or more spots. So the first one up from number 15 last week, 59 and 53 on the year. Still struggling offensively, 29th in average, 26th in runs, 29th in hits, but great pitching. Second in ERA, second in runs allowed, giving up the fewest hits, the third fewest home runs. The Seattle Mariners coming in at number 12. Up 3 spots. So the other team that is up 3 spots, currently sitting at 59 and 52, 8-2 over their last 10. The other team that was in the World Series last year, the Arizona Diamondbacks. So we're up to number 11. Anybody in the chat want to argue with 11 through 15? And anybody, without being biased, of course, that should be in the top 10. I'm looking at the top 10 teams right now. Now they're ahead of them, so you really can't, even though it's not based off of wins and losses. Right now, I don't think so. I think the top 10 teams, maybe not in order, but I think the top 10 I have all believe should be in the top 10. Hey, Mr. Train, what's happening? Yep. Fitzy saying hello. Or yeah, Fitzy saying looks good to him as well. All right. Let me check the poll here as we're getting close to the top 5. We're up to 8 votes in the poll and 2 votes for each on who the new number one team is. Two for each: Yankees, Dodgers, Guardians, and Orioles. All right, let's start climbing up towards number 5. Coming in at number 10, up 1 spot from last week, the San Diego Padres, now sitting at number 10. 4 and right now, I believe number 2 wild card team as well, but only 4.5 game behind the Dodgers for the division lead. And at number 9, down 1 spot from last week, the Minnesota Twins. Tokes, if you're still here, can you look up the run differential for the Twins and the Royals? I don't have it in front of me. Coming in at number 8, up 1 spot from last week, The Atlanta Braves. Number 7, down one spot. So these teams all moving around one or two spots. The Milwaukee Brewers. Minnesota's plus 53. Thank you. Oh, Kansas City's plus 94. And that's why even though Minnesota's got a better record by a half game, I think it's only a half game lead. So, but that's why I have the Royals ahead of the Twins. But coming in at number 7, the Milwaukee Brewers. Because once again, it's not just based on wins and losses. All right, coming in 6 through 10, the Royals, Brewers, Braves, Twins, and Padres. Robert says, "Do we have a number of games our bullpen cost us? Has to be double digits." Yeah. No, I do not. But yeah, I bet you it's close. Hey, Matt's here. What's up, Matt? Good to see everybody this afternoon. Anybody think 6 through 10, any of those teams belong in the top 5? I would say no. So right now, 6 through 15 all look pretty good where they're at. I don't think any of those teams really belong much higher than where they're at. But because we know the Phillies are still in the top 5, I put the 4 teams in the poll that I think upset them. Let's see what the vote is. We have 10 votes, and actually 40% are saying the Baltimore Orioles, and 2 votes each for the Guardians, Dodgers, and Yankees. Matt says, where are my O's going to land? And let me tell you what the difference is between these 2 through 5, what the ranking difference is. Because, like I said, I give a point value to each team based off of information. And from number 2 to number 5, those 4 teams are separated by 0.4 of a point. That's how close it is. So somebody wins today in a big blowout win, they're going to jump everybody. So, but then there's a little bit of gap. There's a little bit of gap up to number 1 from 2 through 5. So I do get comments afterwards saying, how can so-and-so be here? How can so-and-so be here? Matt says we're used to getting no respect. Oh, no, it's respect. It's just a fraction off. And coming in at number 5, let's take a look to see where everybody's sitting. Where are my numbers? There they are. Coming in at number 5. And I'm sorry, Matt, it is your Baltimore Orioles coming in at number 5. But like I said, 0.4 of a point between them and the number 2 team. So a win and a blowout win today, and they could, especially they're playing Seattle, right? Oh no, that's the Phillies. Phillies are playing Seattle. They're playing Cleveland. So yeah. Coming in at number 4, the Orioles are still at 5. They were 5 last week, still at 5 this week. 5-5 over their last 10. Coming in at number 4, down one spot from last week, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Matt says the O's have played terribly lately. Yep, played terribly, and you're still a top 5 ranked team. So coming in at number 3, down 2 spots from last week. The Philadelphia Phillies drop out of the number 1 spot. Let me see how many weeks in a row they were at number 1. One, two, three, 4, 5. The Phillies have been in the top 2 since I've been doing power rankings all but 1 week. Well, now 2 weeks. The first week we did them, they were number 8, and they've been 2 or 1 ever since till today. Fitzy says a new number 1 team, finally. So that. Oh, let me get back to the rankings. That leaves the Yankees and Guardians. Even though the Yankees and Orioles are tied with the same record here at 66 and 46, the Yankees are a few percentage points higher. The Yankees coming in at number 2. Yankees coming in at number 2, and that means the Cleveland Guardians are your new number 1 team. Gained 3 spots. They were number 4 last week, and they jump up to number 1 this week. So congrats. I know I got a lot of Guardian fans that watch the replay and leave comments. So congrats to your Guardians. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. The Guardians have been 4th or 5th. No, they were 2 for a couple weeks. They've been in the top 5 for 8 straight weeks. So, do I think it should be Cleveland? Yes, I do. Right now, I still think on paper, I still think the Phillies are the best team in baseball, even though they're struggling right now. So good stuff. Let me know, guys, what you think there in the chat. Yep, Serena says I didn't expect that. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know why I'm wrong, why it's not the Guardians, and why it should be one of the other teams. Still 10 votes in the poll, and it was 40% for the Orioles. I'm going to end it there now that we know who number 1 is. So good stuff. We will be live again this afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern time for the Mets and Angels. Fitzy will be live. I believe Fitzy said he'll be live around 2:30. Toke says because it's Ohio. And Mr. Train says, love it. I think it should be Cleveland since the start. Is anybody live that we can redirect to? Let's take a look here. Once again, thank you all so much for the likes. 9 likes on today's stream. Thank you all so much. Let's see if anybody's live we can redirect to. Jake's play-by-play. Is JJ live? It says JJ's live. Let's go. I don't have the other one up, Toke, so it's not going to put on screen. Here, if I look at it this way, this is what it shows me. So I'll have the other chat back later today for the Met game. So good stuff. JJ is live. Okay, we'll redirect over to play-by-play with JJ. It looks like she's doing some Olympics. So good stuff, everybody. Once again, live at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Still waiting to make our announcement on who's joining PureAdrenaline Sports team. Hopefully we find out by Monday. Well, good stuff. I'm excited to where things are headed with the channel, especially if this gentleman joins the crew here. So good stuff. But don't forget, I know lots of streams coming up. We'll have fantasy football streams. We'll start mixing some NFL streams in as well. But with the Mets being in the middle of the playoff race, we're going to stick to Mets coverage, add in some pre and post game stuff as well, and baseball coverage all the way up through the World Series as well. So thank you all so much, and we will see everybody later on this afternoon.